What's good? It's Chigozy. It's Tuesday, September 10th, 2019. Adam Lastman, thanks for pointing us out with Fred McLeod, who died at the age of 67. He's the play-by-play Cavs announcer. I have no clue who Fred McLeod is, and now that Adam brought him to our attention, we can see why they're putting this out today. And he's an NBA-related person. He died yesterday, but they're talking about it today on this date with 22 numerology. And we saw earlier, we said today's a big 22 day. Basketball 22. I specifically even said I can hopefully some NBA stuff because the NBA is a 22 centric league. And you'll see how much they really did this. This is why they killed him yesterday. So they've talked about it today because today's the day with 22 numerology, basketball 22. It's the 253rd day of the year. The sum of the numbers 1 through 22 gives you 253. And again, basketball equals 22 in the full reduction. So it's a big basketball number. So here we get basketball rituals printed today. But look when he died. September 9th, 2019. That's a date with 113 days remaining. That's the main number for the NBA. And I'll show you how. Because it's all about the National Basketball Association. The National Basketball Association equals 113 using the alphabetical order in the rules of numerology. And 202 when you reverse the alphabetical order in the rules of numerology, a lot like 22. So they kill him on a day with 113 days remaining. Remember, that's the 30th prime. That was a day with 30 numerology as well. And Scottish equals 113. And that's the main thing here. Scottish 113. What's his name? Fred McLeod. A Scottish name. Generally, the names are considered to be anglicized forms of the Scottish Gaelic McLeod, meaning son of loud. I didn't make this up. This is Scottish language. Scottish. So it's clearly a riddle for the Scottish Rite Freemasons. You can argue that the Scottish Freemasons aren't actually Scottish. Yeah, they're primarily Jewish, false Jews. That's what they are. But they like to brand Scottish in these Scottish Rite Freemason rituals. So we have a Scottish man dying on a date with 113 days remaining for the National Basketball Association 113. And of course he dies at 67. Blood sacrifice equals 67. That's the age he died. They're giving you, they're saying 66, 67, but you know what they're trying to go for. The blood sacrifice 67, this 66 as well, prophetic number, King James Bible, 66 books in length. He was born at 52, Kabbalah 52, government 52, but maybe there's not so much here that I'm really seeing for the riddle. And of course he's born in Strongsville, Ohio, which is pretty much Cleveland. It's in the same area. So we're going to see the connection with him in Cleveland in a minute. And understand that the NBA, they are a murderous gang, a death cult. So we're just going to see more of the same. Cleveland equals 33, 48. So what's important here is that these are the numbers for the Scottish Rite, and we see them in Cleveland. That's why they use Cleveland for this. Scottish Rite equals 78. There's 33 degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Cleveland equals 33 and 78. Cleveland also equals 48 like Freemason and 165 like Scottish Rite. So do you see this overlap between Cleveland and Scottish Rite? He was a Cleveland, they literally call him a Cleveland Cavaliers play-by-play. He's a specific Cavaliers actor. So they're using Cleveland now in the Scottish Rite ritual. And Masonic equals 29. They're publishing this 109, 10/9, the 29th prime. Don't forget that we died yesterday at 9/9. Reroute 13 at 99. Sun equals 9. But I really want to stick to the Scottish Rite pattern because that's what they're definitely doing. His last name, McLeod, equals 52. That explains the 1952 birth. Notice how McLeod equals 29. 109 to 29th prime. Let me type them in. Make sure it's all today. As in they're talking about this mainly. See, 5 hours ago, 12 hours ago. You know, it's what, like 9, 10 p.m. here in the East Coast time zone. So it's stuff published today. See, stuff published today. So they're letting you know about it today on the 10th of September, 109 to 29th prime, McLeod 29. Also, we have to put on our Ohio specific glasses for this ritual because he's an Ohioan actor, so they're gonna brand him by the numbers. Ohio equals 29, Ohio equals 25, like McLeod, and then Columbus, the capital, equals 110 and 25 as well. Always this pattern inside Ohio. It never fails. It never ever fails. Fred equals 33 as well, and 75 like Scottish Rite. So I'll type in Fred, I'll type in Scottish Rite. Excuse me, Scottish Rite doesn't equal 33, but remember there's 33 degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, but Scottish Rite equals 75, like Fred. So you see a 33 like Cleveland. A very simple riddle. His initials also FM 64, Kill 64, Lima 64. I'm just picking this apart. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out more patterns on this man, but I hope you see it already. This guy was murdered or faked his death by the NBA. They're responsible for this man's death. I typed in play-by-play when that was like the one little thing I did before this. Play-by-play, and I think I did his name. I didn't see much with play-by-play. Like, we get the Key of David numbers. I think I see it. I mean, I see it. I get it now. It's just such a simple Cleveland riddle. The Key of David from Revelation 3:7 equals 135, 6363, and 216. So they like to have like a double 135, for example, or a double 45, even 2 for this pattern. But the Key of David 135, play-by-play 135, and I'm calling out Cleveland, Ohio because Cleveland, Ohio has a 216 area code. LeBron James always in these 216 Revelation rituals, or Revelation rituals in general, especially with the train. I mean, he's in a train wreck movie. And that reminds me, I need to look at, what's her name? Just the girl from Trainwreck, the blonde lady who's obnoxious. I need to look her up. I think she might be coded with Revelation too. I mean, I want to see why she's in the movie. It could have been some other actress, but she's in there for a specific reason. So, let's look at this. There's always more. See, he spent 22 seasons, basketball 22, total of 36 seasons, Buckeye 36. McLeod was about to begin his 14th consecutive season and 15th overall. 14 plus 15 is 29 like Ohio. But he was about to begin his 15th. So he was about to begin his 14th consecutive season, dead 14 and 14. So he ends this at 14 and his 15th overall. When you run up 15, you get 38 like Death, Killing, Murder. And then they're talking about the 1979 to 80 season, 79 is the 22nd prime, again basketball 22. 22 seasons. It's just such a clear riddle from the state of Ohio. This is how you read Ohio's rituals. But guess what? England, Germany, Japan, Russia, whatever state you're in, same rituals, maybe a slightly different pattern. Like you're probably, if it was maybe Florida, it would have been a total of 38 seasons, not 36, not Buckeye 36. Maybe 38, Florida 38, for example. Or maybe 43, Florida 43. That's how it works. So thanks again, Adam, for bringing this up. I think there's got to be a bit more propaganda, though. A bit more rituals. CBS News. We know they're the All-Seeing Eye Network. Again, if you want to know what to look at their logo. It's an all-seeing eye. It's, the most obvious Illuminati type of thing going on. You should know they're a pretty credible source of coded Masonic propaganda. Look at this. Ritual 27. Published at 5/27. Don't forget, he's dying in 2019. 67 is the 19th prime. He was 67. The Cavaliers said McLeod died suddenly but did not elaborate because they murdered him by the numbers. The Cleveland Cavaliers is a death cult. In Cuyahoga County, CC33, Cleveland Cavaliers, CC33. If you're like, what did he just say? So Strongsville, where the guy's from, and Cleveland, Ohio are in this county with the CC initials. No different than Cook County. Cook County, Illinois. You know, we know Cook County, Illinois. Good old Cook County with all the propaganda. You know, every time Chicago puts out some propaganda, you know, the Cook County police are right there letting you know, the CC33, what's going on. You know, I can go on all day about these people and how they like to brand their stuff by this code. McLeod also spent time during his career calling MLB games for the Indians, the Cleveland Indians, and the Detroit Tigers, as well as the NFL's Lions. So this is interesting. Michigan with the kill sacrifice numbers. NBA play-by-play equals 199 to 46 prime. And his initials bring down to 64 like NBA play-by-play. If at any point I mentioned football, yeah, I think I've already talked about football in this. So Ohio, if I ever said football, excuse me. I've been trying to talk about basketball this whole time, and I get this guy confused with a football person, but I think I've been pretty good sticking with basketball. But again, Ohio is the birthplace of football. Ohio does equal 29, so they do have that overlap as well. And so you will see some of the same numbers. But this guy's basketball. But he did call games for the football team. He's in the world of fake sports. The NFL is also a murderous death cult. It's the same thing, but I'm just not trying to confuse anyone new. So, let's see. I think we have to be done now. I guess this is a little quicker one. But guys, this Wikipedia page is just so small. I mean, no birthday. It already takes away like a few minutes. Write down Euclid. Look at his first signature call. Write down Euclid. You know, Euclid's a city right by Cleveland. There's a Euclid, Ohio. There's Euclid Street in Columbus, and there's a Euclid Street, I think, in all these major cities. Euclid's 47th problem about establishing a foundation. Foundation equals 47. Ohio equals 47. Columbus, the capital, equals 47. Akron, Ohio. Akron, I'll show you. Akron, Ohio equals 47. I do want to memorize Akron OH just for future reference. Okay, these numbers. Akron participates in a lot of events. You gotta know. I mean, who's from Akron? LeBron James, the actor. And we'll type that in. Akron OH, 35. That's a big King James number. King James, 35, like Akron OH, where he's from. He's an actor. That's why he's coded that way. Born to be. So, you know, this is why it's good to have a pair of Ohio glasses, so when these things happen, you can also see how they're using their numbers in these rituals. We saw it all over. So, yep, they definitely sacrificed them by the numbers. We can see what write down Euclid sums to. I don't want to code all of these, but we can see what write down Euclid. And because he was instructed to say these things. Write down Euclid 82. We just had an 82. I know Akron OH equals 82, but I think there's another one too. I think there's something about him doing something in 1982. But write down Euclid equals 233, the 51st prime, the 13th Fibonacci number, a Freemason 51, Conspiracy 51. 172, the reflection of that is 271, the 58th prime number, Freemasonry 58. No, 1979 to 80, that equals 80. They said he coached what from that? It's in this. 1979 to 80 season. He served doing his thing. I mean, they're just putting these numbers here. I'm showing you how they're lacing them around. That might not be super related. Looks like I'm beating around the bush now, so I'm probably going to call it this time. But here's what I wanted to show you. It's unrelated, kind of. I mean, it's still a murder ritual from the sports. But from Cedric Benson's 2017 arrest, so his last arrest before he died, February 18, 2017, to the day he died, August 17, 2019. It's 911 days. You know, 9/11. That's also the 156 prime number, false flag 156. He absolutely died in a false flag event from the NFL. 130 weeks in one day, 131. That's a Super Bowl number, Super Bowl 131, Championship 131. This could be some predictive programming. You have to keep that in mind. It's also 30 months, Nigger 30, Negro 32, 131 through 32nd prime, Saturn 30. But see, it's a span of 911 days. I mean, there's nothing else to see. I mean, you see it's clearly. Also, I found it interesting how they said, according to court documents, Benson refused to take a field sobriety test and could not recite the alphabet from G to Z, nor count past the number 3. Benson was released on the same day after posting bond. And if you notice, G to Z, G's the 7th letter, Z's the 26, 2 plus 6 is 8, 78 like Jesuit. And I tried looking, 7, 8, and 3, and why they have these 3 here, doing prime numbers and stuff like that. I couldn't figure anything out really, so I'm not too sure why this riddle's here. If you're new, it's not because this is what happened. I mean, this guy was murdered by the numbers. This arrest, again, his last arrest is on 2/18. This is Cedric Benson we're talking about. Death equals 218, and that's his last arrest before he died. Predictive programming. This is what they love to do. The NBA, the NFL, loves putting out predictive programming. They with 30 life lesson number, NFL 49, they with 49. This is when his last arrest was. NFL 49, 49th day of the year. The NFL likes to put out predictive programming and brand it. That's why on the 49th day of the year they put it out. NFL 49. Don't forget NFL 32. 131 through 32nd prime. So they also brand that from the rest of the day he dies. So, of course, he was arrested in Texas, pairing Ohio with Texas like they always do, because he played for the Bengals. So I guess that's it. Carson Palmer, I forgot about this guy. This guy's another actor. You guys gotta stop looking up to these people. Seriously, these people are trash. Yeah, they're athletic. Most have skill. I don't think Tom Brady has much. People just are too enamored with him. Look at him wearing 32. Yeah, he wore number 32. He wore number 32, and he dies 130 weeks and 1 day from his last arrest. 131 through 32nd prime. And don't forget, where do we see this similar thing? With Aaron Hernandez. When did he die? 4/19, wars number 81. He died in a ritual. Ritual 81 forwards and backwards. 419 to 81st prime. So you see how he dies in 419 to 81st prime. He wears number 81. Cedric Benson wears number 32. He dies 130 weeks in 1 day from his birthday. From who? The NFL. NFL equals 32. 131's the 32nd prime. Very easy to see how the NFL is a death cult. They practice numerology. They murder their actors by a numerical system. This is what they do. This is what you pay for when you buy Madden and when you worship Madden and when you go to the games. This is what you're into. You can't deny it. Even if you don't care, who cares? And again, he died at 36, Buckeye 36. Just like how this Fred McLeod did, 36 seasons they're saying, or 36 something. Again, it's hard for me to remember this stuff. 36 seasons. Called games for a total of 36 seasons. And look, 36 seasons plus 22 seasons is what? 58, like Freemasonry. $10 a.m. 137 right here, the 33rd prime. A very sad Cavaliers family announcement. What a bunch of bullshit. I love how the name is the Cavaliers, by the way, because they're a bunch of liars. Cavaliers 153, the Judicial Order. Notice how it equals 153 and 63. The Key of David 135 and 63. Cleveland Cavaliers, that whole pattern we're talking about, like the Key of David. That's why Key Bank's from Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland Cavaliers. I just want to see if we missed anything. The Cleveland Cavaliers, 84 like Jesuit, 21 like Jesuit. This is Judicial Order branding the stuff. Okay, I think it's time to end the video now. I said it a billion times. I don't mean to be annoying with that, but it's like, I can close the video. But it's like I know there's always this more juicy nuggets. It was the first championship for a Cleveland team since 1964. NBA play-by-play 64, but again, I think there's more here, like Kill 64. I try to link the things that are very, like, in your face, you know what I mean? McLeod grew up in the Cleveland area. The city's sports teams is his blood because he's a Manchurian person for this. After LeBron James and the Cavs stormed back from a 3-1 deficit, again, this call that Zach won people literally tens of thousands of dollars on because of his decode. He knew that the Cavs were going to win because it's rigged. The whole NBA is fake. And they beat the Golden State Warriors for the NBA title 3 years ago. McLeod called the game's final seconds and then broke down in tears because he was supposed to break down in tears. He knew that that was going to happen. It was the first championship for a Cleveland team since 1964. James expressed his condolences on Twitter. May you rest in paradise, my friend. We got to see how many days from LeBron James' birthday is his death. See, this is why I keep making the video. It's like if I keep just reading the propaganda, I get more ideas that are actual ideas that we need to put out. Like, why is this actor being used more in this propaganda? Obviously, we know why. LeBron James. It's funny, this whole time I've been talking about LeBron James. I knew he's from the Cavs, but I haven't been talking about him because this guy was really Cavs. I guess I have, but it's more like just LeBron James is another actor from Ohio who plays in Cleveland sports. Steph Curry, he plays for the Warriors, but he's born in the same hospital in Akron, Ohio. Another Ohioan actor participating in some fake news propaganda and distraction by a code. And you see how December 30th, 30 plus 12 is 42. So it's always a day with 42 numerology. LeBron James equals 42. So we got to do from today to his upcoming birthday. December 30th. He was definitely murdered for LeBron James' career. That's what they keep talking about in the propaganda. LeBron James right now is 34 years old. So from his upcoming 35th birthday, and again, I've said it many times, when he's 35, take note. They're going to do a lot of King James specific rituals even more. Again, it's hard to say because that's all they do anyway. But it's going to be, they're going to just mention it. They're going to be so overt with King James, LeBron James. It'll be his year again when he's 35. Either that or he retires. Like something's going to happen that's major. Because King James 35. So, you know, who knows? They could even kill him at that age. You know, these people are crazy. So 111 days. Oh my goodness. I swear we had this number. Okay, we're going to have to retype some things in. We're going to have to retype some things in. Maybe we're not. I wish I knew what that 111 was. Because, you know, let's just stick to what we have then. First off, it's 3 months, 20 days, 15 weeks and 6 days. So here we go. Ohio equals 16. It's 16 weeks from LeBron James' birthday. That's what they're first off doing. Ohio 16. Always branding their murder rituals. Also 3 months and 20 days. You know, Scottish 32. This is a Scottish rite ritual. Counted end dates 112 days. But Scottish 32. He's a Scottish guy. 33 degrees of Scottish rite Freemasonry. When you're out 33, you get 156. This is from LeBron James' birthday. His 35th birthday. We can see from his 34th birthday too. I'm keeping this 111 in mind as well. I'm not forgetting about that. December 30th, 2018. 254, time 254, light 254. The state of Ohio putting on a time and light ritual. This in the English extended cipher, time equals 254. It's just the same exact pattern all the time. Ohio equals 137 in English extended. That's pretty cool. It's the 33rd prime, by the way. Light equals 254. Time equals 254. Remember Amazon, 25 and 4. We saw that in CNN. Amazon 25 like time. And here we get time and light 254. And here's dying 254 days. It's also 8 months and 11 days. The reflection of 118, death 118. 811 is also the 141st prime. We wrote out 33, you get 141 and 156. So from LeBron James' past birthday, we get connection to 141. And to his upcoming birthday, we also get that as well. We get 15 weeks and 6 days from his upcoming birthday. And then 811 is the 141st prime. 8 months, 11 days from his past birthday. They're literally laying out the number 33 in this event. And why are they doing this again? Cleveland equals 33. And why are we using Cleveland? Because it's the 33 degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. His name is McLeod. He dies on a date with 113 days remaining. By the numbers. Oh, see, I did this. So this is from their published propaganda. But again, they're publishing at a specific day. But we can do from the day he actually died. But again, they're putting out today for the Scottish ritual. Like, it's still a valid time. And again, count the end date, it's still 254. It's still the same thing. We're just, it's still the same thing. We count the end dates, we still get that. We also get the 81, the ritual 81. We get 253. This is just too perfect. 253 days. So this is incredible. From LeBron James' 34th birthday, Fred McLeod dies 253 days later, and then they publish the propaganda on the 253rd day of the year, the next day. And since this morning, I've been teaching. I mean, if you've been watching my videos today, I hope you've learned now. You will never forget that the sum of numbers 1 through 22 is 253. Basketball 22. I mean, it's just so perfect. I cannot believe this is happening. Because the first thing I was thinking of was there's got to be some basketball riddle with this number. And I just remember last year they had this big 22 ritual, and I see it all the time. They like to do this, and that's why I was talking about Steph Curry, how he threw the game, because I was like, okay, they're going to talk about basketball today. And they talk about Fred McLeod's death, a basketball announcer, and he dies 253 days from LeBron James's 34th birthday on a day, and then they release it on a date with 22 numerology, basketball 22. I mean, it's just completely, you can't deny any of this. It's just, how could you possibly deny any of this? Numbers we talk about before we want them to happen, and there we go. So now that we get to September 9th, this is just too perfect. This is too much. The guy dies 113 days from LeBron James' birthday, and he died on a day with 113 days remaining. Remember, the National Basketball Association equals 113. This right here is like, I'm going to just repeat this part here. I already repeated the last part with the 253, the 22nd triangular number. So you got how he died that from LeBron James' 34th birthday. Look how they sync this up to his upcoming 35th birthday, which is December 30th, 2019. 113 days. I mean, you have to let this sink in. These are important parts. That's how you see this is going on. This propaganda coming out today, but again, he died 9/9, day with 113 days remaining. The 30th prime, LeBron James was born the 30th, Nigger 30, Saturn 30, but let's stick to the Scottish. I'm trying to keep this really simple. Scottish 113. His name is McLeod. We show us the Scottish, the National Basketball Association 113, and he dies 113 days from LeBron James' birthday. Also 16 weeks in one day, 16, 61 like Ohio. And again, it was just 16 weeks. And now it's actually exactly 16 weeks with the end date. Ohio, I mean. Alright, so I think this video is now like so long. I'm just dazed. This is what the propaganda and the distractions and the murder rituals do to me. I just see the same things again and again. A prep to pro. This is a euphemism for Manchurian athlete, by the way. This is what it means. It means Manchurian athlete, born to be, birth numerology, birth accordingly, named accordingly. Your dad's Nate Thurmond. You're born to this network. By the Freemasons. Freemasonry 13958. It's not an accident. They call these people prep to pro. They have a whole Wikipedia page on it. Freemasonry is who's behind the prep to pro. Oh my goodness. I mean, can this stuff get any more obvious? LeBron James is an actor. NBA high school draftees. I'm sure, here's your homework. Look at all, if they give you a list of people, see how they're all by the numbers. I guarantee you every single one of these people by the numbers, born to be, birth, and accordingly. All of them. If not all of them, then the ones you hear about all the time. But I guarantee you all these people born to be. Moses Malone, absolutely. Don't have to even say anything. All these people act. Do I have to even say some of these things? Dwight Howard, a Manchurian actor. This is an actor for the NBA. He participates in completely rigged games. LeBron James, Amari Stoudemire, these are completely contrived agents. American Israeli, you know, this false Jew. Look at this guy. You look at this guy. Guys, these people are deceiving you. Adam Silver, the Zionist Jew running the league. You have this guy here too. Born to be. Born to be. It's not also a coincidence that he's born in 82, Israel 28. That's what they're doing. See, this is dangerous. This is when you get sucked into Wikipedia and the NBA. Huh. Oh, I thought his name equals 58. That would be pretty cool. Because he's another asset for the Freemasons. 167, the 39 prime. Israel doing everything but the number 39. The Knesset 39. You see what I'm saying? Israel all but the number 3993. This Israeli agent, his name equals the 39th prime. I mean, it's just too much. It really is. It's a point where you can say anything you want, and it, bam, just comes out. Knesset 93, deflection 39. We see how everything in Israel's 3993. When their world leader died, all the people came and paid their respects, and they with 93 days remaining. Amari Stoudemire, 39 prime. Born date with 47 numerology. Just how Israel's drawn up on 3/9 and 47. September 3rd, 1947. Oh my goodness. What an actor. Kevin Garnett. I mean, come on. Kobe Bryant. I mean, this is just obvious. Tracy McGrady. These people are all Manchurian. KG. What a puppet. Kobe Bryant. All about the number one. Guys, his name equals 113. Talk about coded assets for the National Basketball Association. This guy is an actor. He plays in fake games. His retirement was synced up with LeBron James. You can check out freetofindtruth.blogspot.com to find out the riddle. It's all documented on there. Kobe Bryant, 113. Like Scottish, like the National Basketball Association. Even in English Extended, 1130. He's an actor for the NBA. Adam Silver, another false Jew actor. These people do what they're told to do. See? National Basketball Association. They even let you know who his employers are. And they brand him with the gematria. KG, Kevin Garnett, another actor. KG, 117 initials. You would think he would play for an Ohio team with those initials, which would have been great. But it's not the riddle for him. But there you go. I can go on all day. These people are branded. They're gonna be murdered by the numbers. They're gonna kill this guy by the numbers. You know, 216, like the key. Look at his initials, 117. KG, let's call him KG. 117. I had no idea his name's subbed to 107. Is this blowing your mind or not? This is coded. He is an agent for the Zionist Jews. They obviously run the NBA. You see how KG, that's why they always call him that. This is the riddle, 117. There's something more with him with that number then. But you see it right there. What an actor. Holy hell. May 16th. Was it 76? You know, he doesn't have good numbers. Execution 116, but sacrifice 76, kill 44. Gotta get that out the way. Well, of course, he's won the 137th day of the year, the 33rd prime, authority 137, 107, the 28th prime. You know, if only he was born one day later and he with 117 numerology, that would have been crazy. But, you know, I guess they can't make it work every little time. So, he's 43 years old, too. I'm not saying he's going to die early, but his numbers are coming up. And he could die at 44, being born with a lifeless number 44. I mean, this is all speculation, of course. He could, I always say they could always live to be 93. He could live to be 117. I mean, but sometimes when their numbers are coming up together like that, you kind of got to look. You know, this Minnesota actor. Well, he's not from there, but he played for the Timberwolves at some point for a while. I think I remember him when he was on the Timberwolves. And I think he came back. I mean, I don't get this. Maybe he came back for a year, yeah, because he was supposed to. Return to Minnesota. It's all by the numbers. Look at this. Look when he resigned with the Timberwolves for a 2-year deal on 1/1/7. What an actor! Is this the proof you finally need to see that it is rigged? KG. That's why I know him, guys. I barely was like followed as much basketball as a normal person, but I know him as KG. We all know him as KG 117. His full name equals 117 reversing reducing. And now on July 11th, 1/1/7 in 2015, he re-signed with the Timberwolves for a 2-year deal. It is rigged and scripted by the Zionist Jews, the Jesuit order, the Scottish Rite Freemasons. What else do you need to see? It is complete theatrics every single time. You know, also with numerology that fits with his birthday as well. I mean, the guy's just a puppet. You know, NBA 17 with the 17 date numerology as well. That's the number I like to use too. All right, well, I think now I can go on. At this point, I can really go on for another hour, so I'm just going to really close it. But I hope you really enjoy this. I hope you see how you can just sit on Wikipedia as long as you want. I can literally click on all these people. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's going to be murdered by the numbers, unfortunately. Jason Kidd, another actor. I mean, I can show you these people are all Manchurian. If you want more examples. If you're into sports and your favorite, you grew up just worshiping, Tom Brady, and you want to see me do a video showing you how he's an actor, I'll show you. On January 17th, I mean, what are the odds? Of all the dates in the calendar, he signs to the Timberwolves on 1/1/7, and look, on 1/1/7, 2013, it was announced that Garnett had been voted to start in the all. This is too much. And of course, they're talking about a 116 to 95 victory. He was born date with 116 numerology. But I mean, this is just too much. I mean, I'm absolutely speechless. You have to look at this mathematically. Of all the dates, all the things really happening, what are the odds of him participating in 2 events by the number 117? January 17th and July 11th. I mean, there's just no way. And it's of course the 17th day of the year, NBA 17. My mind is completely blown. It's just I don't know what else to do. NBA also equals 53 and the English extended. I want to keep these things in mind. I've been seeing this number floating around too, this decode. But again, you can keep it simple. There's 4 base ciphers. Oh my goodness. Kevin Garnett. I mean, this is blowing my mind. This guy is such a puppet. And it's just funny because I started off the video, this decode of him saying, I wish there was a 1-1. I was saying something about 117. Garnett, 85-31. Basketball equals 85, like Garnett. Basketball equals, again, 85-22, like Garnett. Why do you think his last name's Garnett? And of course, Kevin, 61-74, the time numbers. It's just too much. So my hypothesis was that he was a Manchurian actor, that he was born to be, that they, whatever term it was for the high school Freemasonic athletes, my hypothesis is that he was one of them. Or number 5, around 5 you get 42 like nigger. My hypothesis was that he was one of them, and he is. And he said it was completely coded. Garnett, same thing as basketball. His full name is 117. There's a lot of events on 1/1/7. KG 117. He was a Saturnian actor playing for 21 seasons, winning number 5. When you're out 5, you get 42. You also get 21. He played for 21 seasons. What a pawn! If you grew up loving Kevin Garnett, I don't mean to spoil your childhood, but this guy is an actor. You were being deceived, and you still are being deceived by a theatrical stage performer for these Zionist Jews. That's exactly what went down. I'm sorry. I really hate to burst your bubble, but this man you looked up, yeah, he's a good basketball player. You can still look up to his skills. But this Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z looking guy is another Manchurian actor. You have to understand that and take it with stride. Peace out.